What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today on the table in front of us is a knife that breaks all of my rules. Well, not all of them, but a really powerful one. So let's get to this. This is the We810. Now, I don't like knives that have color on them. I like black and gray and silver knives. This knife is blue, but I'll tell you, oh man, this is so good. I've been carrying this all day, and I absolutely love this knife. I just can't put it down. In fact, I got this yesterday, and it landed in my pocket, and it has been there ever since. Now, I don't know why. I mean, I do. It is 4 inches of, and a little bit actually, of S35VN. It has got a harpoon blade. It has a compound grind. It is smooth. It is beautiful. The carbon fiber on this thing is just out of this world. The action is just stellar. You can thumb flick it, and I think if I had smaller fingers, if I had smaller fingers, I could spidey flick it, but I can't. It's a little too narrow, too tight up there for that. But man, you can thumb flick it. The action on the flipper is superb. Now, the detent is not super hard. I can shake this out, which is okay with me, actually. You know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but I love it. This knife is so amazing that I don't care that it's blue. I really don't. And I don't think you will either. Now, some of you love blue knives, and that's awesome. I generally don't tend to. I like knives in a particular style. I do love a harpoon blade, and this one is done so well. It is really aggressively stonewashed, which means it's not going to show wear and tear. It is running on bearings, and it is running like oiled glass on bearings. And I mean, just look at that blade. This thing is so good. I don't know where this has been all my life, but I'm glad it's here now. I really, really am. Here's the thing. There are a million knives. And when you find one that fits your hand, just fits, it kind of doesn't matter if it has some features that you don't really love. Now, don't get me wrong. The only thing that I don't love about this is the blue. And I know that they make a gray one that was not available to me at the time. So I went with this one because it felt so good to hold this knife. You can hold it this way. You can hold it and get your finger up here for fine work. That harpoon is perfect for that. It has a choil that is deep enough that you can get your finger in it if you needed to. If you had regular size hands, that would be ideal. It's a little small for me, but that's okay. This thing is so good in hand. For push cuts, and I did some today on some cardboard, it just sits. There's no rock, right? It locks into my hand perfectly. There are no hot spots. That clip is done in, let's focus. You can do it. Well, close enough. That clip is done in such a way that there is barely any knife sticking up out of the pocket. And that's good because it's a big knife. It really is. The carbon fiber is milled in such a way that it's rounded, and it gives this knife such a smooth grip. It is absolutely fantastic. It really is so good. I've seen some reviews on these out there. You don't see this a lot, and I think it's because people are sort of put off a little bit by it. It's weird because it's a gentleman's knife at this end and kind of a hard-use blade design at this end. And I think that's why I was put off initially, too. I mean, I've had the opportunity to get one of these before, but I never even bothered to pick it up. And that was a mistake. It really, really was. I mean, so, what do you get for your $250? You get, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 full inches of S35VN. You get 3.5 inches of cutting. It is not a heavy knife. It is very lightweight. You get carbon fiber that is done just beautifully. You get all titanium liners or scales, however you want to look at it, liners. You get a titanium clip. It is running on bearings. You get a blade design that is unique and interesting. This is totally worth the money. It just really is. I love this thing. I love it because it's kind of ugly and yet beautiful for it. I love it because it is long and mean looking. I love it because it is a hard use design that looks elegant in the hand. This is We just doing their best work. You know, whether it's your design or not, whether you love this blade or not, whether this is your kind of knife, know that this is We making a great knife. It really is. Anyway, this is the We 810. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.